All right, guys. So we will, guys, start with exponents, and so then we will move on to scientific notations. And so today, guys, we will talk about what exponents are. And so we use it for a purpose. And so let's see what is this for. And what we started with was -2 times -2. And so everybody knows what -2 times -2 is, which is 4, right? And you can use your calculator, no problem. Just -2 times -2 is 4, right? And I already know the answer from the top, and it stays in here, right? This is the same. And I can, cancel this one out and replace it, with 4. And 4 times -2 is -8. So it is -8, right? And so how many -2s I have? 3, right? So I will go up to 3, and I will copy this answer from here. It is -8. And -8 times -2 is +16, right? It is +16. Okay. So we have 4 -2s, so I will go up to 4 -2s. I know the answer from the top. It is 16. And the same story here. 16 times -2 is -32. Okay, I got all those answers, right? And my point is, and not to multiply them one by one, because it will take a lot of time, right? And what if we have 50 -2s, right? -2 times -2 times -2 times -2 times -2 times -2. So I am already, and so tired of saying -2 times -2 times -2. And mathematicians found a way that there should be a shortcut, to write those numbers, right? So what is that? What is that? That is our today's topic, right? And what I see here, though, I see the same numbers. What is this one? -2 times -2. And so it is being repeated, right? It is being repeated. So I will copy those answers here. 4. I will copy this one, -8 in here. I will copy the third answer here. And the last one goes here. So I will erase it, all right? So I will erase it. So now, what I am trying to tell you is here, what do you notice, guys? What do you notice, right? -2 times -2. How about this one? -2 times -2 times -2. I see multiplication between the numbers, and the numbers are the same, right? So here, this one is the same -2, and multiplication sign, all are the same. So there should be a shortcut for this one, right? There should be. So for this type of multiplication, we use something, okay? We use something. We are looking at what is being repeated. What is being repeated here? What number is being repeated? -2. Okay, keep -2. All right. So I will write in here what is being repeated. Right. What is being repeated here, right? So here, what I can say is -2 is the number is being repeated, all right? But how many times? How many times it is being repeated? So this is the first time, and this is the second time, right? And so it is being repeated 2 times, okay? So yes, it is being repeated 2 times, but where I will put these 2, okay? So I will put this number on top of -2, right? And so on top of a -2. So why I said on top of -2, because -2 is called the base. It's like a basement, right? It is very at the bottom. It is at the bottom. It is base. You can remember it from basement. It is very at the bottom. Okay. On top of the base, what we have? The exponent. Okay. The exponent. Or you can say power. Okay. Exponent. And here we have 2. So what base and exponents tell us? So let's try to understand what it means, okay? What it means. So what it means is this. What it means is this. Base is the number, being repeated. All right? So, as you see, which number is being repeated? -2, -2. Okay. What about the exponents? What exponents means? Exponents is showing us how many times the number will be repeated, right? How many times the number will be repeated? Okay. So now, don't confuse them. So this is for base, okay? This is for the exponents. Okay. So this is for base, and the other one for the exponents. All right. So when you guys watch the video, you can definitely guys take notes and keep, on an organized notebook and take the notes. So you can say what? Exponent. What is exponent? The exponent is showing us how many times the number. The number means that what is the number? What the number refers? The base actually. The base will be repeated. Okay. So here, and I have to put in here what is being repeated. What number is going to be here? Base. So base is the number being repeated, right? So which number is being repeated? -2. How many times? 1, 2, and 3. So it is being 3 times. Okay. It is being repeated 3 times. So it is equal to -2 to the power of 3. All right. So how about this one? How about the next one? Okay, we are done with the first 2. How about the third one? The third one is, which number is still being repeated? -2. How many times? 1, 2, 3, 4. So you see that exponents are showing us how many times the number will be repeated, and it is being repeated 4 times, right? So how about this one? The number -2 is being repeated how many times? 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So 5. Okay. So here's the thing, guys. Here's the thing. What I'm trying to do is, so what we said for this one, -2 to the power of 2, and this one is -2 to the power of 3. So if you put this one on your calculator with a parenthesis, it will give you the same answer we got before. And if you put this one on your calculator, and you will get the same result we got before. If you put this one on your calculator, you will get 16. If you put this one, and you will get the same result. But you can ask me, why we are using the exponent? Because it is shorter to write. You see that? I don't have to repeat -2 3 times. I don't have to repeat -2 4 times. I don't have to repeat -2 5 times. And what if, guys, imagine you have like 10 -2s, right? It will take a lot of space, and also it will be very hard to say -2 times, -2 times, -2 times, -2 times, -2 times, -2 times, -2. You see, like, I am not even done, and there are more -2s I need to say. So it takes time, and so also it is not easy to say. And so that's why people, guys, mathematicians find a way to write those numbers in a shorter way for you. So what is that? it is called exponents, right? We call it exponents. Okay. What is exponents? What is exponents? Where do we use exponents? So we use in here exponents, right? So what do you notice here? It is actually the same number is being multiplied, right? So in a short way, what we can say for exponents, right? What we can say is repeated multiplication. If you see repeated multiplication in anywhere, in Utica, in New York Mills, in New Hartford, no problem. If you see guys repeated multiplication, and that means that you can use exponents, all right? So this is what pretty much exponents are. So let me erase it very quick, and then we will move on. Okay, the next one is, all right. Now, is it repeated multiplication? Okay, I see the same number, okay, the numbers are being repeated, but what about the sign? Is it multiplication or addition? Okay, it is not repeated multiplication because it is an addition, right? So I cannot use exponents for this, but there must be a shortcut, right? There must be a shortcut for this one. Okay, what number is being repeated? Okay, 3, right? And how many times it is being repeated? 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And I say you can write this one as 3 times 5. What is 3 times 5? 15. If you do not believe it, you can go and add them. So let's see. If I am wrong, I'll give you $1 million for every single one of you. So you will be guys billionaire, all right? And so I will be the poorest person in the world, but that's okay. Let's see. I challenge myself. And 3 plus 3 is 6. 6 plus 3 is 9. 9 plus 3 is 12. 12 plus 3 is 15. Oh, I won, guys. I didn't lose any money. So don't come to school tomorrow to get your $1 million, all right? So here. But how about this one? Well, what about this one? Is it repeated multiplication? Yes, that's correct. And so what I can use for them, for the repeated multiplication, we can use exponents. All right? We can use exponents. What number is being repeated? It is the base, right? It is 3. How many times it is being repeated? 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Woo! It is 3 to the power of 5. It is 243, right? You don't have to find it. And so if you are just wondering what it is equal to, it is 243. Okay. Now let's move on. And so let's see what we will see here. Okay. 5 to the power of 6, guys. 5 to the power of 6. Let's analyze what these two numbers are. So I see 5 here. And what is it called? Base, right? Base. Who is on top of 5? 6. What is this one? Actually, guys, that is called power. All right. Some textbooks use exponents. Some textbooks, guys, use power. All right. So the whole thing is 5 and 6 is whole thing is exponents actually. And how many times 5 will be repeated? How many times? And 6 times. And what number will be repeated? 5. How many times? 6 times. Okay. You see that 5 is being repeated. So always we repeat the base. Okay. And so what about this number? This number is the power. It is showing us how many times this base, these 5 will be repeated, right? 6 times. It must be 6. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. You see that? And it is 6 times. And here, I forgot, I think, to put a parenthesis here. That's my bad. I apologize. What number is being repeated? What number is being repeated? 9 7, right? 9 7. So it is the number, the base is always being repeated, you see that? The same thing, it is duplicated, and it is the same, 4 times. And so you see that the exponent is telling us you have to repeat it 4 times. Okay, 9 over 7, 9 over 7, 9 over 7, 9 over 7. All right, this is called an expanded form. Expanded form. Because you expanded it, right? You expanded it. Okay. So it's pretty much about it. And so let's move on. Okay. Now let's talk about this one. It's pretty much, guys, the similar things we talked about in the previous slide. So let's see. Now, what is the number being repeated? 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. These are called base, right? So you see that it goes in here. Now, how many times it is being repeated? 4, 5, 6. You said 6. And as you see, guys, as you see, this is repeated multiplication. Repeated multiplication, right? So therefore, we can use exponents. The number we use, guys, here is called base. You see that? Base. The number is in here is called power. And power is telling us how many times this base is going to be repeated. Okay. Now, example 1 is done. Let's move on to example 2. And you see that 9 over 7. I see the same number, 9 over 7. I see the same number here, 9 over 7. I see the same number here, 9 over 7. You see that it is the same number we have here, right? And 9 over 7, 9 over 7, 9 over 7, right? So we have to put this number as a base because it is the number, it's being repeated. And how many times? 1, 2, 3, 4 times. So you see that power should be 4. Okay, so then this is also done. And how about this one? So this one is negative 4 over 11 or negative 4 11 cube, right? And this is the base. This is the power. This is the power. The whole thing is, and the exponents. So let's look at the base now. And the number, guys, will be repeated as always the base, right? And so here, negative 4 over 11, negative 4 over 11, negative 4, 11, right? And how many times it will be repeated, right? And 3 times. 1, 2, 3. That's it. It is being repeated 3 times. That's it. It is what it means. And now the last one is 3.8 to the power of 4. And you see that, guys, 3.8 to the 4th power is the same as this one. Okay, very important thing. Guys, most of the students do these mistakes. Please do not do it. What is that one? Mistakes. Guys, you can do on this topic. What is that one? For example, 2 cube. What is it equal to? What is it equal to? You are basically saying 2 is supposed to be multiplied by itself 3 times, right? 2 times 2 times 2. But sometimes students, guys, keep forgetting and they put it like this. 2 times 3. It's not correct. It's not correct. It is absolutely false. Why? Because 2 cube means that 2 times 2 times 2. Right? What is 2 times 2 times 2? 2 times 2 is 4. 4 times 2 is 8. What about 2 times 3? 6. You see that? They are not equal to each other. So we will never multiply base and exponent each other, right? We will never do that. We will never do that. When I tell you guys what is 4 to the power of 2, please do not tell me. Do not tell me, guys, oh, Mr. Darvish, you know what? It is 4 times 2. It is not 5-0, that's me. And it's not correct, guys. It's not correct. It says what? 4 times 4. That's it. Okay, guys, that's enough for now, and I'll see you on the next video. All right? So take care.